From the garden to the cast iron skillet, this pizza's got more personality than anything you'll find in a cardboard box. Let me show y'all how to make Chicago-style deep dish pizza. Using a stand-up mixer, you're going to add in your flour, your cornmeal, your salt, your sugar, your yeast, your warm water, and melted butter. And then you're going to knead that for about 4 to 5 minutes. Your dough is ready to go once it's pulling away from the hook. Now place your dough ball in a greased bowl and let it set up for an hour. So I'm going to be using the tomatoes from my garden to make the sauce for this pizza. I'm going to boil them down after I've scored them on the ends there with that X. Boil them for 60 to 90 seconds and then submerge them in an ice bath. This ensures that the skin will peel away, but the integrity of the tomato is kept intact. Then I'm going to mash them up and I'm going to simmer them for about 40 minutes to thicken our sauce. Now our dough should be ready, so while the pizza sauce sits, I'm going to go ahead and roll this back out onto a floured surface so it doesn't stick. And then we're going to get ready to form it into a rectangle, and we're going to put a layer of softened butter on it so it has that flaky crust that we look for in our deep dish. So again, taking a 1/4 stick of softened butter, I'm going to put an even layer on that rectangular dough there, and then I'm going to roll it up and then cut it in two and form 2 more dough balls with it. We're going to have 2 9-inch pizzas out of this. I'm going to store these away for about an hour in the fridge while we start on our toppings. So in a skillet on medium heat, I'm going to saute down the onions, our mushrooms, and then our Italian sausage. And I'm going to put all our toppings in its own bowl there so we can start our layering process. 1 hour has passed. I'm going to pull out that chilled dough from the fridge. I'm going to roll it out so we can get it set up into our cast iron skillet. I know the dough's not uniform, but I do make sure to cover the entire bottom and the sides, and then cut off the excess around the edge. Now that we've got our cast iron skillets lined with our dough, we're going to go ahead and start the layering process of the cheese. That is provolone and mozzarella cheese slices I'm going to cover the entire bottom with. Then we're going to go in with our toppings for the second layer. And then finally, we're going to take that homemade pizza sauce and top it off. And then I'm going to give a little sprinkle of Parmesan. It's going to go into the oven at 425 degrees for about 20 to 25 minutes. And we are ready to go into the oven. 25 minutes later, we have that golden crust and that bubbly filling that we're looking for. And there it is, the perfect slice of Chicago right out of my own kitchen. Now all that's left to do is to grab a fork and dig in. Y'all enjoy.